Hello, friends. Welcome back. So, the topic in hand to learn more about macroeconomics today is stock and flow. So, what do we mean by the concepts of stock and flow? Let's begin. We very often, while learning the national income, come across the terms stock and flow. What are these variables? How do we categorize? Why do we categorize? Why is it important? Let us begin learning the same. So, whichever variable is measured with respect to a point of time, that is stock. And wherever there is a variable which is measured over a period of time, over a period of time, so that becomes the flow variable. To understand it better, let's take an example. A point of time. It means there is no time framework when it is beginning, when it is ending. Like very often, the accountancy students come across balance sheet where they talk about the assets and liability of the firm. So whenever there is anything given as as on 31st March or as on some particular date, right, 31st March of any year. So this is a stock variable at that very moment, at that point of time. But wherever we have a duration to talk about, where there is some opening time and some closing time, so that becomes a flow variable. For example, let's have some variables and you just try and categorize national income. Would it be stock or flow? National income. We very clearly know that income means we have, a time frame for its measurement. Generally, it is measured for a period of one fiscal or financial year. So it's beginning from 1st April, ending on 31st of March, or in some countries, it is beginning from 1st of January and ending at 31st of December. So when we have the closing and opening bracket, when it is beginning and when it is ending, so that makes it a flow variable, right? But on the same time, if I say national, not the income but the wealth, now wealth is a comprehensive concept and it is not as per one particular time frame. You would have it getting earned from years and years and years. So it is a stock variable. It simply says what is the state of wealth as on today. Right. The notes, the currency notes released by RBI in a particular year or a month or a day. So duration can be any. It can be a smaller duration, 1 month. It can be a bigger duration, 1 year. But when we talk about flow, it has to be a duration bound thing. But when it is stock means it's talking about the present moment, irrespective of when was it earned. Another example, you talk about me. The jewelry I created for myself during the last year. So it's a flow concept. Last year, how much gold did I buy for me? Right. But if I say how much is the jewelry with me at this moment, so that has got no time frame. I would have some piece of jewelry, maybe 5 years back, 8 years back, 10 years back, it was bought, 20 years back, it was bought. So, when there is no such time framework, it becomes a stock variable. And when it is bound by a particular time dimension, it is a flow variable. Right. So this categorization is very much vital because this is the concept which is very often used for the measurement of national income. One very confusing thing from students' perspective is inventories. So just to confuse you guys, how the CBSE gives this as a question. There are two concepts, inventories and change in inventory, right? So I hope This will make it clear. When I'm saying inventories means the stock which is lying with me. Now, that stock can be a year old or 10 years old, right? But when I say change in inventory, it simply says closing stock minus opening stock. That makes it a time bound stock, right? The stock which was purchased the last year or in the current year, right? So this clearly becomes a flow concept and this clearly becomes a stock concept. Individual's income again is flow. Individual's wealth again is stock. So you have to check whether it is related to some time frame or not, whether it is at a particular point of time or over a period of time. With this basic clarity, you would be able to categorize both of these very comfortably. Bye. See ya. Have a happy learning.